Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be going to discuss is about the diffusion. So what is the definition of this diffusion? Diffusion, it is the process of movement of the molecules or a particle or particles from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So they are said to move down to a concentration gradient. So if someone asks us what is diffusion, it is the process of the movement of the molecules or particles in which it is a movement from a higher concentration to a region of lower concentration against the concentration gradient. So let's take an example of what is diffusion and how this process takes place. So one of if one were to drop a sugar cube in a glass of water and immediately uses a straw to sip a little water from the top of the glass, the water not have a sweet taste. So after few hours, a sip of water from the top would taste sweet. So after few hours, that sip of water which is left out will taste sweet, because what is the reason here? The reason here is the change of taste of the water is diffusion, because the net movement of the particles down a concentration gradient, that is from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. So the concentration is the number of the particles or amount of substance per unit time. So this is the definition of concentration, that what is concentration and how it can be defined. So it is the number of particles or amount of substance per unit volume, and a gradient occurs when some factor such as concentration changes from one volume of space to another. So example here has been that if one drops a sugar cube and immediately drinks the water, then the taste of the water is not that sweet. But after few hours, the diffusion takes place, because in the left out sugar will dissolve in the water, and there will be a process of diffusion in which what is happening is there is a movement of particles which is against the concentration, down a concentration gradient from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. So the sugar molecules, they move more frequently around the cube when they are highly concentrated, to other parts of the glass when when they were low concentrated. So there is always movement in both the directions, but the net movement is the down the concentration gradient. So this is the reason why diffusion takes place, and after few hours the water will taste sweet. So diffusion is possible because molecules in the liquid or gaseous phase are not static. So that is why diffusion happens in the gases and in the liquid, because they are in a constant motion, and a result of kinetic energy, they exist is temperature which is above the zero. So these are the temperatures, that is in the Fahrenheit and in the Celsius, at which the diffusion takes place, but above the absolute zero level. Next is how diffusion takes place in plants. So diffusion always occurs in plant cells. So there is a diffusion process which is always occurring in the plant cells. The process of photosynthesis that occurs in plants leaves depends on the diffusion of gases. So the process of photosynthesis where the light where the sunlight is needed for the plants to make the sunlight, water and other nutrients are needed by the plants to make the food or glucose for the rest of the plant. So what is happening is, in photosynthesis, energy from the sunlight, water and carbon dioxide used to produce glucose, oxygen and water. They diffuse the carbon dioxide, they diffuses from the air through the tiny pores in plant leaves called stomata. So the sunlight is being diffused, this is a gaseous, carbon dioxide is being diffused from the air through the tiny pores in the plant leaves, which is called as stomata, and oxygen, which is produced by photosynthesis, diffuses from the plants through the stomata into the atmosphere. So this is how whole process of photosynthesis goes in, and there's a diffusion of gases in plants. So here is a diagrammatic representation showing that there is a sunlight which is responsible for the photosynthesis, which is giving the light, and this is giving the carbon dioxide to the plants, to the leaves, and from here the carbon dioxide is being diffused from the air through the tiny pores of the leaves called the stomata. And what happens is, when they receive this carbon dioxide, they will make the food for the plant. There will be glucose production and there will be the release of oxygen by the plants. So that oxygen will diffuse from the plants through the stomata into the atmosphere. So this is how the whole process of diffusion takes place in the plants. So now diffusion is of two types. That is, first is facilitated diffusion and the second is active transport. Now what is facilitated diffusion? It is a gradient, it is a vital component which is the process of diffusion. So it is only a type of diffusion. A smaller substance has to be diffused faster when compared to larger ones. So facilitated diffusion is a passive process that comprises of antipode, unipode and sympode. So these are the three processes in which the facilitated diffusion takes place. These are all the categories of facilitated diffusion. So what is antipode? The antipode proteins, they exchange the solutes by transporting them in and out of the cell. And next is unipode. Unipode is in the one direction. For example, this is a cell and it is a solute. It is a single protein which is being carried out, or a solute which is across the membrane, and it is in a single direction. So this is a unipode. Then what is sympode? Sympode means when there is a transfer of there's a transfer of two different solutes simultaneously in the same direction. So when there is the same direction, this is called as sympode. And antipode, when they are both when the solutes are in the opposite direction. So this is a cell and the solutes are in the opposite direction. So this is known as the facilitated diffusion. Next is about the active transport. So active transport pumps the molecules against the concentration gradient. So here the energy of ATP is used to drive the pump. So ATP donates a phosphate to a particular gateway molecule, which then pumps the desired molecule across the membrane. So in active transport, what is happening? There is a chemical energy which has always been needed, that is in the form of ATP. And there is a coupling of this reaction, in which what is happening, there are Na plus, that is sodium and potassium ions, which has always been shown in the active transport diagrammatic representation. Then comes the conclusion that what is diffusion, and what are the two types of diffusion and how this process takes place in plants. So diffusion is a random movement of individual molecules from a region of a higher concentration to a region of a lower concentration. The larger the difference in the concentration, more rapid is the flow of molecules. It is more rapid in gases than in liquids. So gases, they have the molecules which are very far away from each other. So the diffusion process takes place faster in case of gases. For example, if we take an example, if we spray a perfume in the room, then it will diffuse more faster in the room. So this is a process of diffusion which has been taken place. Then when there is no further movement of molecules, a state of equilibrium is acquired, which means that the diffusing substance is evenly distributed. Then in diffusion, the movement of molecules is random and independent to each other. So the movement of molecules is always random and they're independent to each other in case of diffusion. If we take the suitable example, then we have already discussed the example of how the carbon dioxide has been diffused in the plant cells called stomata, and it has been further diffused into the atmosphere as oxygen, as a byproduct of the plant's photosynthesis process, and it will be given to the atmosphere in the form of oxygen. So this was all about the diffusion process. These are some of the